Lando Norris and Lance Stroll. Welcome, guys. Good to see you. Lando, why don't we start with you? It was another stunning race from you and McLaren in Portugal. How confident are you of continuing that run this weekend in Spain?
I want to be confident. It's been definitely the best season I've had so far. The best continuation of races that I've had probably so far in Formula One. So I would love to keep it up. But a good race doesn't necessarily mean, a lot of points and a great position. A good race can still be if we finish 8th or 9th and we feel like we've achieved everything we can. So we'll wait and see. It's very close between a lot of the pack, especially towards the middle, and it can very easily swing one way or another. So we'll try and keep doing what we're doing, but it's not easy, and it won't be a surprise if we're a little bit further back every now and then.
Orlando, where are you setting your expectations now? Because you say a good race doesn't mean a lot of points, but on the evidence of the races so far this year, that is not the case.
I think things have just gone very well for us. I feel like I'm doing a good job myself with the qualifying and putting the laps in when I need to. Maybe not so much in Imola or Portugal in Q3 run 2, but everything apart from that has gone very well. And then the race as well, on the restarts, the launches, a lot of things are going well, but it's just as easy for it to go not so well, So I want to continue what we're doing, and being behind the Mercedes and Red Bull at the moment is still the target and where we believe we can be. But I'm just I'm not getting my hopes up too much, for every race. We'll try to do what we're doing at the moment and continue it, but it very easily could be a P6 or a P7 or a P8. So it's just I'm realistic, but I'm still hopeful that we can continue what we're doing.
Lando, what is the mindset for you and the team now? Do you live in fear of this role ending?
No. I think we're still always confident and looking ahead to doing better. Trying to beat the Red Bulls when we can in qualifying, or the Mercedes in qualifying, or the races. I still go for those opportunities. It's not like I'm just hanging on to what I've got. So we're still trying to achieve as much as possible. But I think it's just being realistic at the same time. So it's that mix of confidence, but also being realistic, and I know that sometimes it can go wrong and we don't look as great as we are, and things like that. So that's all.
Just final thoughts from me. Can you tell us a little bit more about the car, its strengths relative to last year? And why are you able to get so much out of it, it appears?
It's tricky. The car's definitely changed a little bit comparing to last year and how you have to drive it. And I wasn't on top of the car in Bahrain already. So Daniel's driving style almost was better in Bahrain than it was for me. And I learned a lot already there to then improve into Imola and then into Portugal. So I'm still learning how to drive the car and how to maximize it. And it's definitely not an easy car to drive, in a different way to last year. But I'm not sure. I obviously want to say everything, but it's. I feel a bit more confident. I just know what to do with it with every session we do, from FP1 to FP2 to all the way to the race. Things I need to be working on, looking out on, trying, and comments back to the team and so on. So it's just. It's not necessarily always the car side of things. It can be also more behind the scenes, the work we do as a team, which adds to the performance.
Thanks, Lando. Lance, coming to you, it's clear that Lando is trying to keep a lid on expectations coming into the Spanish Grand Prix. What can we expect from you and Aston Martin?
Well, we learned a lot in Portugal. We didn't have the best weekend as a team. Didn't score any points. And just generally did not have the pace and the balance that we were looking for throughout the weekend. But I think coming here, we like I said, we learned a lot about setup and things, and generally this characteristic of circuit, I think should be better for our car, but we just have to wait and see. Last year we had a very strong package here, and things have changed since then. But we had a very, very good weekend here last year and a good result. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend. But so much has changed since we were here last year, and very competitive field now in the midfield. A lot of teams have made big gains over the winter and have looked really strong in the first few races. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough challenge.
You say you learnt a lot in Portugal last weekend. What impact did the upgrades that you had on your car have on performance?
I think it definitely was an improvement in car performance, no doubt. But I think we just did not maximize our qualifying on Saturday, and that just put us on the back foot going into Sunday. That was the main thing.
Okay, and similar question to when I asked Lando about the car. Just tell us a little bit about the car. We've been to 3 very different tracks so far this year. Can you just tell us a little bit about the strengths and the weaknesses?
Yeah, I mean it's still early days. It in terms of from one track to the next. I mean, it's conditions are always changing. The tracks are different, so it's hard to say where our car is strong and weak. But I think that we definitely don't have the some of the load that our competitors have in the higher speed corners. Looking at data on the GPS, and some of the low speed corners we're struggling a little bit with some rear instability and stuff like that. But just normal stuff. I think you're always at the beginning of the season learning more and more about your car and its strengths and weaknesses and how it has to be operated. And I think we're still in that phase of the season where it's hard to pinpoint exactly like where we'll be strong and where we'll struggle a little bit more. I think we're still learning every weekend.
Thanks, Lance. Now we're going to go next, guys, to our fan question. Take a listen to this.
Hello, my name is Ainhoa, and my question is, do you know how to ride a motorbike? Goodbye.
Do you know how to ride a motorbike? Who's going to start?
I do, yeah. Yeah, I got a few bikes back home. I love it. Done a few track days. It's good fun.
Tell us a little bit more. What's your favourite bike?
My favourite bike? It depends. Depends the mood I wake up that morning. I mean, on the track, obviously, I love opening up big bikes like 1,000cc bikes, and really, enjoying the speed, I guess. But on the road, I like cruising as well. And some kind of more like mellow bikes. I got a Harley, which is fun. I have a Yamaha XSR, which is like it's got a lot of character to it, and it's a lot of fun in the corners. But it's not like one of those speed bikes where it's just like blow you off the thing. It's just fun to ride, and it's got a lot of character. I think it changes. Bikes are one of those things that you have to appreciate all different kinds of motorcycles.
And if the team didn't know about your track days, they do now.
It was before I was with them.
Lando, how about you?
A couple of years.
No, I've not been on a motorbike since I was probably 9 years old, 10 years old. So it's been a while. I would love to try, but I feel like I would injure myself if I attempted anything at the moment. So I focus on the priorities, but it's something I've always been interested in, supporting Valentino and watching MotoGP since I was 4 or 5 years old already. So something I love and have a passion for, but it's something that I've never really put much time into and effort into to try and see what I'm actually like. So something for the future.
You are Valentino Rossi's biggest fan.
I am one of.